Welcome to CLIPitc Software. My name is Brandy, and I'm going to be doing this quick video to tell you a little bit about CLIPitc and all the different features and tools we provide you to run your lawn care business. So, of course, you can book a live demo with us. So if you'd like to do that, you can just go to clip.com. It'll allow you to schedule a demo from there and select a day and time that works for you. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and get started and show you some of the different tabs and features. And if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to us as well. Our direct number is 1-800-635-8485. You can also send us an email at support@clip.com. So what you're seeing here, this is the main dashboard. So anytime you log in, you're going to go straight to this page here, which you can customize by clicking this button right here. It'll allow you to include different reports that you can see on the main screen. Of course, you can break down your view type. So if you prefer to see it by week, by month, or for the whole year, you can certainly do that. And click and drag these different ones around if you like to see things in particular orders. Now, this little message icon here, this is where you can quickly send us a message if you ever have questions, if you need help. This is typically the fastest way to reach us, but of course, you can still always call, shoot us a text or email, however you guys prefer. You can also search for relating articles to maybe questions that you have. So, for example, if you wanted to look up in the software, how do I add a new customer, or how do I do my billing and invoicing, you can search here. It will give you relating articles with pictures on how to get through your question. Now, this last thing here on the dashboard is your orange banner. So this will show you any to-dos or estimates or tasks that you need to follow up with. So if somebody's out in the field and they need to relay a message to you to follow up with a customer or to give them a call back, all of those will be relayed here, as well as anybody accepting or rejecting estimates. You'll be able to quickly see them from here. Now, I'm going to jump out of line here and I'm going to go to the Patterns tab first. Now, why is this tab important? This tab here allows you to create your templates for all the different services that you're going to be offering for your customers. So the Pattern Customers section here allows you to put in all your city, state, and zip codes of all the areas you're going to be servicing. This is pretty much a time saver. So anytime you're creating a new customer or a new lead, it's going to populate this screen for you. That way you don't have to type in this information every single time. Same for your pattern jobs. So this list here is just a few things I've randomly created. Of course, you'll have your own information and what all you offer, and you can do that by clicking this add button here. Otherwise, if you did need to make changes at any time to all your services, you click this edit section here. It'll allow you to not only change the schedule to reflect for all your customers, but you can also add materials and change your details as well. You can assign crew members, put these jobs on hold as needed, pretty much put all your service details on what you offer. Now, this is also an area where you update all your customers and properties at once. So if you're needing to make a quick change to have all your customers reflect the same, you can do from here. Now, moving on to the Customers tab, a lot of different things here. So anytime you click on a new tab, there's always tabs up here available. This Import Customer tab allows you to import all your customers if you're using like an Excel spreadsheet. This section here will quickly get all your general customers information over here in your list. Now, the Marketing and Emails is going to be a place where it allows you to build templates for any kind of emails you're going to be sending out, whether it's pre-service, post-service, maybe daily work messages, because of course, in the landscaping world, the job is evolved around how the weather conditions is. So if for some reason you get rained out or there's snow for the day and you can't make it to certain properties, you can quickly populate this template and of course send them by email or text message. Same for your pre-service notifications. So this is going to allow you to have the ability to send this out to your customers so many days in advance, just to kind of give them a heads up that you're about to head out to the property. Now, this lead map section, this is going to allow you to look up a customer's property, maybe before you go out there or even accept them as a customer. So for example, if they give you a call and they want to see if you can service their area, you can actually type in their address here and it'll pull them up on the map by clicking here. And a few different things you can do here. For one, you can change your filters and your options. So if you prefer to see it by satellite or traffic, you're going to have that ability. And if you zoom out here, this is going to show other pins right here. These pins represent the properties that you're already making money on and servicing. So if they are in a good location and you'd like to add them as a new client, you can certainly do that. And of course, zoom in and get a better look at that property. You can add them as a lead here or also create an estimate from this screen. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on a customer here, which you can either double click or just click once, and it will allow you to go to more tabs reflecting this customer. So a lot of different things here. Your general tab is going to show you all their general information, whether they have first, last name, their display name, how long they've been a customer, or maybe their last activity date. Auto pay. So this is where you can actually go to add a card on file if they're going to be doing auto charges. You can also select their billing format, as well as keeping up with the source of where your customers are coming from. So if you're running any kind of advertisement, that could be really great. You also have the ability to put this customer on hold. So for if any reason, maybe you're stopping services for the season, or maybe they have open balances, or you just need to put them on hold for any reason, you're going to have that ability. And then, of course, adding their phone number, which if they do want any kind of texting, whether it comes to their invoicing or any kind of marketing or messages, you can check this box here. And then you also have 4 different sections for emails, which these boxes here, you can enable the email invoices, email pre-service, and post-service notifications. Now, the properties tab. The properties tab is really great if this certain property is paying on multiple different properties and they want to be billed under the same invoice. So for example, maybe like a rental property and it's going to be a residential or commercial, you're going to be able to keep up with that information here, as well as charging them late fees or fuel surcharges. And then down below here is where you can actually set up installments. So you're going to have the ability to put if they have a start and end time, if you need to include taxes or include invoice notes, and it gives you this monthly breakdown. So if they're going to be paying a certain amount every month, whenever you come out to service them, you can autofill by clicking here and putting the amount. Or if it's going to be different prices for each month, you can do that as well. Now, moving on to the job section. This is where you can go to see all your active jobs for this customer. You can also show on hold jobs by clicking this box here, and it'll highlight those in red. Now, for instance, if I click on lawn maintenance here, I'm going to be able to keep up with how much I'm charging them. You're going to have the ability to calculate your man-hour rating, and you do have your bill type. So if it's included in a contract, per job, per hour, or maybe they're prepay, you're going to select that bill type, as well as assigning this job to a particular crew. So if there's somebody or you've got multiple crews and they need to be working on different properties or different locations, you can quickly assign them here. Now, this add notes section, this is really important because if you're needing to relay any messages to your workers or maybe yourself to maybe remove something from the property or to watch out for a dog or secure a gate before leaving, you can quickly add those route sheet notes here. And you do have this option. So if you needed to translate it to a different language, you can certainly do that as well. You've got your invoice notes, internal notes, and limited route sheet notes. And of course, these route sheet notes here, you can have them reoccurring. So every time your customer's on your schedule, you're going to know what you need to do every time you go out to that property. Now, below here, this is the schedule for this individual customer, which you've got multiple ways of setting up. So I've got my schedule type set as automatic, so they're reoccurring. I can see how many times I've done it for the season, their next visit date, their last visit date, and then a few different ways you can handle it. So if I wanted to do this job let's say on a weekly, bi-weekly, next month, next year, or maybe it's a one-time only job, you can select here. You can also do variable scheduling as well. So variable scheduling allows you to actually change the frequency in which the days appear on your schedule. So for example, if I go over here to, let's say, the shrub job, and I wanted to do variable scheduling, this is where I can come in and put every month and put those days in between that they're going to appear. So for 1 month, if the grass is growing and you're going to be going out there every week, you can put that every 4 days, and then so on and so forth. You also have this box here so you can put the days in between. So if you prefer not to use this drop down and you just want to put that you're going out there, let's say every 13 days, you can certainly do that. And then of course, down below here, this is going to give you the breakdown. So you've got your days of the week of the month, and the month of the year. So if they want this service done every Monday from the first to the last of the month, and then from the month of the year, maybe January through September, you would just check those boxes that apply. And then of course, you've got your section for adding any kind of job material. So if you're needing to use mulch or pre-emergent, or maybe even keep it with a piece of equipment that you're going to need on the job, like trash bags or leaf blowers, you can add that and attach it to the service. Now, for creating estimates within CLIPitc, very easy, and also it's very manageable. Anytime you ever send an estimate and they do accept it, it always gets their signature. They're always going to have the option to print, accept it, and reject it from their end. So if they do reject it, they're going to be able to let you know. Otherwise, if they accept it, you're going to get notified 3 ways. 1, that orange banner on your dashboard. 2, you'll get a little pop down in the bottom right-hand corner, and you'll get an email notification. Of course, you can attach any materials and the pricing and all the estimate notes, details listed here as well. Your to-dos task, this is where you can quickly add task activities to relay messages to different users or office managers. So if somebody's needing a callback, or maybe they need an email, contract expiration, you can come in here and add those due dates, send alerts, send the notes. So maybe they want to call back from the manager, and your users, so anybody that has access to CLIPitc, will be listed here. So you can quickly assign that task to them so they know to follow up with the customer. The history tab. So this tab is really great because this is going to show you all the history reflecting this customer, all the dates, job charges, what you did out on the property, and if it's been invoiced or not. You'll also receive numerous other histories. So if you take pictures and videos using the app, it's going to save that history, as well as who's worked on the property and all the different times. Your document section. So this is where you can upload PDF files, contracts, pictures, anything you need to save for this customer, you can do here. There's unlimited space, so you can put as much information as needed. And then your invoice tab. So this is just going to show the invoices reflecting this customer. So you're going to be able to keep up with their account number, their open balance, open credits, anything overdue or uninvoiced. And it gives you a total over here to the right. It will give you this breakdown below. So what's been paid, of course, in green, what hasn't been paid in red. It'll give you the balance, their invoice date, the date it was due by, and how many days it is overdue. Now, moving on to the daily tab. So this is where you're going to be doing a lot of your daily operations. So first and foremost, you would come in here. Let's say you wanted to see the schedule for today. You click Get Work. This is going to show you everything due today and anything prior that may be rolled over that didn't get completed. It'll show you if there's any jobs currently in progress, your total budgeted man hours, and the total job charge for everything today. Now, a few different things here. You can view all of this on your work calendar. You can activate zone jobs. So this is really good for snow removal. If you get snow in your area and you've got different clients that you do snow removal for, you can quickly add them to your schedule, as well as activating rounds. So if you're doing chemical applications or fertilization, you can quickly do that. The adjust schedule is really great too, because this will actually give you a breakdown of all your different crews, what they're assigned to for the day, with the total values and budgeted man hours. So if you needed to quickly, let's say, move Mary Ann to tomorrow's schedule instead, you can come over here, click move jobs, and now they're taken off. Same for moving them to different crew jobs. So if you wanted to take Anthony and let's say Nancy and move them to crew 1, you just come over here, select which crew, click move jobs, and now they're over here. This message customer, so this is going to allow you to send a wide message to all your customers on your schedule for the day. So you can break it down by crew or particular jobs. And you can also do next visit date. And you've got your email and text selection. So of course, if you need to send it to everyone at once, you click this box here. Otherwise, you can cherry pick. Whenever you ever send out notifications, it will allow you to populate from your template. Otherwise, you can just type your message here and click send. Anytime you send any notifications, it's always going to tell you how many of them you sent, how many of them went through, and if any of them failed to go through. And then, of course, this remove unpaid work. So anybody that's showing up on your schedule for the day and they do have any overdue amounts, you have the option to put these jobs on hold. You can remove these jobs or message them directly. You also have these other tabs above here. So this is where you can get all your routing for the day, which you can do from the app, which is included on another video. But from here, you just select your date. You can break it down by crew and put in your starting address, and you click Get Routing. From here, you can optimize your routes, and it's going to put you in the fastest starting location from where you're currently located. Now, of course, you can still customize your route. So if you needed to move certain folks up and maybe move, let's say, Charlie down, you can save them for just today, or you can save them permanently. Every time they're on your schedule, they're going to appear in this order. You also have the ability to track your crew's position, which you can do by satellite or traffic. So this is based off of them recording their jobs out on the property. So if they're using the mobile app to record how long it's taking them, the last time that they record a job, it will show you that timestamp. So you're going to be able to see, okay, for example, it's 2:40 p.m. They got done at this job. Now it's already 5 p.m. and they haven't logged a next job. What's going on? Did they get stuck in traffic? Did something happen? You do also have the ability, if you didn't want to use the app to pull up your schedule and record all your work, to still print route sheets. So if you needed to print them and hand them out to your crews, you're going to have that ability, which there's multiple to choose from. And then this last section here, so this is recording your work. So this is one last place that you come in, put eyes that everything has been done, everything looks correct, all the charges before you invoice your customers, which, for example, these 2 jobs here have already been recorded today by my crew members. So they got started at 6 a.m. They didn't get done until 7:15 a.m. It's going to show the date it was done, the charge, if any materials were used or if they need to be added, as well as job notes. Now, of course, if you do need to make any edits, you just click this here and it'll allow you to edit this whole line. Otherwise, if these jobs were done, you can click up here and click Finalize Selected. This is going to finalize those 2 jobs that have been done for the day. So they are ready to be invoiced. Now, when you do go to invoice your customers, whether you do it at the beginning or the end of the month, you would put that as your invoice date. Your due date is the date you want that bill to be paid by. This options section, if you're going to be doing all your billing and invoicing through CLIP, you have some additional options that you can include and not include on your invoice. If you do need to process any of those contracts or installments, you can quickly do that by clicking here. Otherwise, these options below, you can print all your invoice if you prefer to mail them out. You can edit any invoices before you send them out. And of course, email or text your invoices out. You do have the ability to take single payments. So if somebody calls and just wants to make a payment over the phone with their credit card, you can search them by invoice number or customer name. You can put if it's going to be a full or partial payment, as well as payment method. Is it cash? Is it check? Is it credit card? As well as refunds as well. So maybe somebody got overcharged or something was damaged on the property. You're going to have that ability to make that adjustment here, as well as processing any auto pays. So if anybody has their card saved on file, you can quickly process them all from here. The additional charge section. So this is really useful if you were out there to do one thing on the property and the customer wanted you to do additional things. You're going to want to make sure you get paid for those additional charges. Now, the unpaid invoices, where you can quickly run a report on any unpaid invoices that haven't been paid within the time frame that you select. And this More tab will allow you to set up your late fees and your fuel surcharge. So you can put a fixed rate or a certain percentage and have it so many days that it goes into effect if there's so many days overdue. Now, moving on to your employee section, this is where you can go to keep up with all your employees. You can put all their general information here, as well as the pay type. Are they hourly? Are they salary? First, last name, the date they were hired. If they do have a chemical applicator license, you can include it here. You can also pull the history and time clock. So if somebody messed up on their time clock and they need a correction, you can quickly do it from here. Now, the Customize tab, this is where you can go to create your tax list, your end of year functions, time settings, price adjustments, because of course, prices fluctuate throughout the years. You can also recalculate your budgeted man hours and set up your crews. So for example, if you needed to come in here and set up a crew or make any edits, you can quickly pull from your available employees and you can see who's listed on this current crew. You can change them different colors on the map to quickly locate where they are working, as well as putting the descriptions of the crews. This is also a section where you can import or add materials that you're ever going to be using out on properties. You can come in here and keep up with all the information. So you can put your active ingredient, your EPA number, method of application, unit cost, price, the part number, the part material name, things like that. The report section is really great because there's multiple ways that you can run reports, whether it's on your customers, job reports, employees, and you do have work projections and custom reports. So work projections is going to allow you to see upcoming jobs and the revenue, as well as your employees. You can keep up with their efficiency, whether it's hourly or if you needed to do like a payroll or budgeted versus actual man hours. Job reports. So we've got job costing, where you're losing and gaining money, as well as daily work reports or daily gross. And your customer reports. So if you need to pull a history on your customers, or maybe you want to see estimate reports or account receivable, things like that. Your users tab, this is where you can go to add or make edits to any users that have access to the software. So for instance, if I click here, you're going to be able to see all their different permissions, which anytime you click these plus sections, this will allow you to uncheck anything you don't want them to have access to. Now, over here in your settings gear, this is where you can go to change your password at any time. So if you forget your password or you just want to go ahead and change it, and you can also change your theme as well. Your billing information. So this is where you can go to add additional users at any time, and also your plan. Company info. So this is where you can go to edit your company information, as well as attaching your logo. This is really good if you're going to be sending invoices out or any kind of notifications. The customer portal. So this is a really great feature that allows credit card processing. So we call it CLIPitc. It allows you to actually send portals to your customers so they can make payments on their own. So you can come in here, create your home screen, enable where they make payments, see their invoices, see their history. They can even request a service in their own portal. Of course, you can check off any of these that you don't want them to have access to, but this is really useful and great. So if they get an invoice, they can quickly pay it on their own. Of course, QuickBooks. This is where you can go to integrate, whether it's online or desktop. It'll ask you to download the web connector and sync pretty much both softwares together. But of course, if you need any help or have questions about it, you can reach out to our support team. And that's pretty much it for just a little recap of CLIPitc software and some of the things we offer. Of course, like I said, if you have any questions or if you'd like to schedule a live demo, just reach out. Our direct number is 1-800-635-8485. Also, feel free to go to CLIPitc.com and you can schedule a demo straight from there. And of course, you can send us an email at support@CLIPitc.com. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a great day.